What's so funny in here? Jeez. What was that other Tim? Did you really just ask what's so funny? It's Dodgeball, man. This movie is a laugh riot. A laugh riot, really? Some stupid, silly 2004 comedy with Vince Vaughn and Ben Stiller is a laugh riot? Please, why don't you watch something a little bit better like Parasite? Don't waste your time with garbage like this. Man, what'd you say? I'm about ready to slap the out of you. Why don't you get over here right now and I'm gonna tell you why Dodgeball is one of the best comedies of the past 20 years. Dodgeball is a 2004 comedy starring Vince Vaughn and Ben Stiller, and I adore this movie for a couple of reasons I'm going to go into. But Ben Stiller, I've been more hit on than miss. I generally like the guy, but Vince Vaughn is more miss than hit. He generally, to me, plays the same guy over and over again, and that gets kind of boring. In this movie, though, it completely works. I adore both these characters and the whole supporting cast. So, to sum up the plot, basically, you have two gyms on opposing sides of the street. You have average Joes, which is exactly what it says. It's just average guys, just average run-of-the-mill guys. They're not all in great shape. They're just concerned with being buddies and having a good time. That's pretty much all it is. It's like a hangout spot for them. And Vince Vaughn's character kind of feels the same way and doesn't run the gym like a business like he should. Then on the other side of the street, you have Ben Stiller's character running the big, shitty corporate gym that would just, all they care about is profits. They're not caring about you.
Here at Globo Gym, we understand that ugliness and fatness are genetic disorders, much like baldness or necrophilia.
So, of course, you got two opposite types of gyms, and the shitty gym would, of course, want to put the small gym out of business because, every little more dollars of profits, that's what matters. So it ends up where Ben Stiller's character buys the property rights right from underneath him, or he's trying to, from the bank, because Vince Vaughn's character is behind. So in order to keep the gym, Vince Vaughn and all of his group of misfits need to come up with $50,000 in, can't remember the amount of time, that's kind of irrelevant, it's pretty quick, it's like a week or something like that. And the way to do that, of course, what makes the most sense is to play dodgeball, because the grand prize to win a dodgeball tournament is $50,000. How convenient. So now that you got the basic plot down, which there's really not too much to the plot, what you get out of this, though, is just this lovable group of characters, basically. On the average Joe's side, you have Justin Long playing the geeky typecast role, like a geeky high schooler.
Oh. Liberty, ready?
You have Alan, I can never pronounce his, Tedyak, I think, however you pronounce his name, but from Firefly and Serenity and a whole bunch of stuff. He's great. He plays a character that is obsessed with pirates. You have Stephen Root plays just this geeky guy that is obsessed with oddball stuff. He's the one that actually finds out about the dodgeball tournament because he reads Obscure Sports Quarterly, which is, I guess, a Sports Illustrated type of thing, but just for oddball sports like dodgeball. And overall, you got all those fun characters there, and then on the other side, you have a whole group of just hulking masculine guys who are gonna be able to crush it.
There come the Globo Gym Purple Cobras, led by White Goodman. All business.
So how would the average type of character is gonna come up against the big hulking guys of Globo Gym and possibly win that $50,000? Well, the answer to that, of course, is with the help of Rip Torn's character, Patches O'Houlihan.
Patches O'Houlihan?
That's right, Timmy. Patches O'Houlihan.
Yep, Patches O'Houlihan was a dodgeball master and national champion back in the 30s, 40s, or something like that. And he's here to help save the day and whip that Average Joe's team right into shape and help them be able to compete to win $50,000. He gives this movie some of the absolute best moments. I love his character. You've absolutely seen this scene already before, I imagine.
That's what this sack of wrenches is for. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
So throughout the movie, you're getting the hijinks of the average Joe's team trying to make their way to the Nationals, and interspersed between it, you get the love story between Christine Taylor's character, who is actually the one for the bank, getting the whole process going. And even though she's working for the bank, she's pulling for average Joe's. She hates the idea of Ben Stiller's character stealing this gym from underneath them, and she wants to help them and eventually becomes part of the team. And I really enjoyed the romance between them. There was good chemistry between Christine Taylor and Vince Vaughn, and I think they helped propel the movie forward pretty well. Kudos to that. In movies like this, you don't always get a good romance per se. So I enjoyed both those characters and the romance. Now, something, if you're watching this, you might be wondering, and I would personally feel the same way. 2000s comedies aren't the best. There's a lot more bad than there is good. But what Dodgeball offers to this day, I think still holds up incredibly well. So much of the jokes, I think, still land, and it's just a lovable group of characters. This isn't a, I don't know, run-of-the-mill one, I guess you could say. Like, I adore this movie. But this movie obviously became loved enough that it actually made ESPN 8 The Ocho a real thing, which absolutely blows my mind. ESPN actually runs ESPN 8 The Ocho, I think, like once a year. I'm going to put a clip in right now.
How about it? We've got a race to the top.
There it is. Looks like it's a pretty good roll there.
The bet from a car, getting after the muffin tin.
It was just, I played against that guy so many times.
So not only did this movie give us ESPN 8 The Ocho, it has enough cultural impact to be able to give us a meme that is still used consistently today. And that is a line said by Jason Bateman's little side character that is just 2 thumbs up. But you've seen this meme before. Put it on the screen right now. Yeah, that meme is used all the time. And to think it came from this silly little 2004 comedy. So I do also have to say, as much as I absolutely adore this movie for just how good it is generally, how funny, how lovable the characters are, how simple yet straightforward and fun the story is, I also have a personal connection to it because this movie right here is actually the first movie I saw with my wife back when we were dating. This was our very first date. That's crazy to think. Our first date was to go to Johnny Rockets and to end up going to Cinemark to see Dodgeball. So I have a personal connection with this movie. That does, yes, make me like it more than someone else might like it. But try to put my bias aside, this is genuinely a good movie. Regardless if you took your wife to it on your first date or not, this is a good movie. But yeah, my first 3 dates with my wife was for this, White Chicks, which, dear Lord, that's a terrible movie. I mean, it would go Dodgeball, 2 thumbs up. White Chicks is like, 10 thumbs down. It's terrible. And then Raimi's Spider-Man 2 was our 3rd date. They came out in succession. And as much as I love Spider-Man 2, this just holds more significance to me, and I adore it. So I didn't want to say too much in this this movie heavily relies on laughs. But my God, if you haven't seen Dodgeball, please pick this movie up and give it a watch. I'm pretty confident to say you will get laughs out of it. It is a funny movie. It's not just a dumb, silly comedy. Like, it's got lovable characters. It's just an absolute blast. I hope you would enjoy it. If you have seen Dodgeball and you do enjoy it, let me know down below. Like, comment, subscribe, and I would love to talk dodgeball with you. All right, everyone, before I let you go, I just want to say the idea of me thinking about this video came because of watching two excellent videos from the Plat X2 channel. John over there did two that were, he calls them film stories, and he tells stories about movies that mean something to him for a certain reason. And that made me think about this with dodgeball and is the reason this video exists. So thank you, John, for the idea. Go check his channel out if you don't already. Subscribe to him. Great content, awesome guy. So yeah, thanks, John, for the idea.